I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the July 27th, 2026 meeting of the Bryan Board of Public Affairs. First, John, will you please do roll call?
I will. Annette Schreiner.
Here.
Karen Ford.
Present.
Brian Davis.
Here.
Jeremy Supel.
Here.
And Deborah Beavers.
Here. Thank you. First on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the July 13th, 2026 meeting. Everyone, you have been presented with the meeting minutes and have had the opportunity to read them over. Are there any corrections to the way the meeting minutes are written? If there are none, may I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes as written?
So moved.
Second.
Brian.
Yes.
Jeremy.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Karen.
Yes.
And Deborah.
Next is a hearing of public concerns. Seeing none, we're going to move on. Next is a resolution. John, will you please number and read?
Resolution number 24, 2026, authorizing and requesting an additional appropriation in the 2026 502 water budget for reimbursement of billing overage charges.
Derek.
Yes, again, so this would be the board authorizing and recommending city council approve an additional appropriation. That would be for $32,486, and that is a result of the litigation with the Ohio Art Company regarding the overbilling. BMU's Water Department rules and regulations allow for reimbursements in the 12-month period. These funds were not included in our 2026 budget because at the time of the budget discussions and approval, the timing and the outcome of the litigation was unknown. So with the additional appropriation, these would be appropriated back to the 502 reimbursement line, and it would satisfy our reimbursement obligation to Ohio Art.
Any further discussion? May I have a motion to approve resolution 24?
Make a motion.
Make a motion, we approve. Oh, did you second?
Either one.
Jeremy.
Yes.
Karen.
Yes.
Annette.
Yes.
Brian.
Yes.
And Deborah.
Yes.
You can have the next one.
Next on the agenda is another resolution. John, will you please number and read?
Resolution number 25, 2026, authorizing the Director of Utilities to accept a proposal from All Service Contracting Corporation for rehabilitation of the north high-pressure filter at the water treatment plant, waiving the formal bidding process and declaring an emergency.
Derek.
So, as previously reported, BMU staff had recently inspected both of the filters at the treatment plant. We identified an issue in the north filter with cell number 3. This does require emergency repairs to get it back into full normal operating conditions. The estimated cost of the repair work total $86,858. The filter rehabilitation services by All Service is estimated at $76,766, and then the structural repairs by D&G Welding, the amount of $10,092. Anticipated project schedule, starting next Monday through Wednesday, removing the filter media and allowing the cell to dry so that those repairs can be made. At the end of next week, those welding and structural repairs would be done. And the following week would be rebuilding the filter, bacteria testing, and returning to service. So would respectfully request the board waive the competitive bid process, declare an emergency, and accept the proposal from All Service Contractors.
Anybody have any questions on this?
Is the other work, and I may be getting ahead of myself, like D&G Welding and stuff, are these subcontracts to the company doing the work in the resolution?
No, we would pay them directly. The resolution is just referencing all service and signing that proposal.
Okay. That's the only question I had.
No, that was the question I was going to ask. I was kind of surprised it was only really going to take about 10 days to do this.
It's estimated, we've worked with all service before. They do a great job. They don't have a lot of wasted time in their day. They get the job done. And the longest part is drawing the cell and allowing for those welding repairs to be done.
Yeah, that is the additional time needed, yeah. It's not part of the work, just prep.
Yep.
Get it.
Any other questions, comments?
I think the other thing is, as we stated, is we're running at full capacity on a single filter with no issues, correct?
During the time of the repair.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very important for the public to know that there's no degradation of their water service.
Any other comments? If there are none, may I have a motion to approve Resolution 25?
So moved.
Second,
Bryan?
Yes.
Karen?
yes.
Annette?
Yes.
Jeremy?
Yes.
And Doug?
Next on our agenda is comments from BPA and staff. Derek, would you please go first?
Just have one thing this evening. Want to give a brief update on the solar field construction and the progress of that. Currently everything is progressing smoothly. Everything is on schedule. I believe they have about 82% of the racking installed. They're also going to start installing modules or panels this week. I believe all of the panels have been delivered as well. Some of the underground work is completed, but there's still underground work to go. But overall, the project's on schedule, shooting for December to be online.
Good.
That's all I have.
John? John Betts, you with it? No?
I'm sorry,
Do you have anything?
I do not. Thank you.
John?
Not either, thanks.
Okay. Deborah? No, thank you. Jeremy? Mr. Davis?
No, ma'am.
Karen?
I do want to say something, and it's about the American Public Power Association. We just got an update through email about something that APPA, the president and the CEO, visited the White House last week. They were at the White House on July 23rd to sign a document. And I'm reading this from my email and from the bills and rates section of our board APPA website. It says it signs the White House Ratepayer Protection Pledge. And that's what the document is, the Ratepayer Protection Pledge. And that states that these large companies wanting to build data centers will not affect the consumer's rates. Separate rates will be set for these data centers, and they will be assigned a certain usage based on what they need. And that all comes out of their pocket, even if they need to build a structure that is going to supply energy to them, they are fully responsible for all of those costs. Nothing should affect any of us. So I just want to make mention of that. One comment from APPA says, we're pleased to be a signatory to the Ratepayer Protection Pledge on behalf of Public Power, which aligns with our position that other utility customers should not bear the brunt of costs of serving data centers. It reinforces our longstanding focus on energy affordability and reliability for public power utility customers. So if anybody else wants to go, you can go to the White House fact sheets for more information, or you can even look up Ratepayer Protection Pledge and see who all has signed it. All the large companies like Amazon, Google, Meta, NVIDIA, they've all signed this pledge that they would not affect any of our customer rates. So
The only problem with that is that it's voluntary. It's not mandatory.
the government's watching it though too. They're
Yeah,
signing
but-
a pledge to do this.
I understand
And if
that.
they don't-
But I'm telling you that if a data center came into Ohio today, they are not obligated to adhere to that pledge.
No, but there'll be some repercussions.
I don't know how.
Isn't this it's a pledge
It is.
that they are
Held to that.
willing
They're gonna be good
to
neighbors.
do.
Yeah.
But,
Good stewards. And APPA
but
is
it's
watching.
not, they're still, I think, last I knew, and I'm certainly always up for correction with facts and them with courtesy, that, my understanding is that the state legislature is still pending they're reflecting on what kind of parameters they want to put around.
That's
And
clear
until
as-
that
as-
happens, I'm not quite as set at ease. What sets me more at ease is I've gone to a number of these data center issues where our county commissioners have also gone. And what kind of catches my attention that I think is to our advantage is that we currently are not that. I actually talked to a fairly upstanding data center developer, actually the biggest in the United States. His response was, "Where's Bryan?" And I said, "Okay, so tell me who's on your radar map in Ohio, Northwest Ohio, because I really, the rest of the group, and he said, "Oh, Wood County? Yeah. Fulton County? Yeah, because of ease of access and land that can be purchased cheap, yes. So the only thing that gives me some, and it's not a ton, solace, is currently we are not, don't seem to be on data center radar based on our location, et cetera. And I have talked with some of your staff about the implications, because I think that also helped that we do not have, and once again, you guys are the board. My understanding from Jimmy is that we could not handle the power surge based on what we currently have. They would have to expand that tremendously, and my response is until it's legislated that they're gonna pay for that, that does scare me,
Even
Bryan.
if they pay for the infrastructure, it doesn't protect the rate.
It does not. That
You
is
have
correct.
finite resources that, as they get more scarce, so let's say they put in a natural gas generator, that's gonna draw on our gas supply.
Yeah.
And our rates are gonna go up. So even if they pay for the infrastructure, they can't guarantee that our finite rates don't
That's right.
increase, so.
And my response with some of the legislators I've talked to is exactly that, Jeremy, is that talk to me about the parameters you're gonna put around to assure there's no rate increases at the local level. And they said, what I heard from them was, we are discussing that, and that is on our radar. So there's some things that give me some comfort, but you have no idea. Ward 3, I love them to death because they talk. I hear a lot from that population, and there's been more than a few score people stopping me and discussing with me, emailing me and calling me about, I don't want to say some of the words that they've used, but they have really limited interest in any data center because of the GD rising costs that it's going to run and tax our infrastructure. So I don't know. My point to this is, and I'll shut up. My point to this is, I read that too. That doesn't ease my mind as much that people are signing, that they pledge. It's helpful, but until it's legislated in a manner that puts it in a box that does not harm local, I'm not quite as optimistic. I'm sorry.
I am in agreement with that, everything you said as well. I'm watching it too, that's why I pay particular attention to it. I do understand some communities have already developed a separate rate for data centers. You know, you got, like us, we have our our residential rates, our commercial, our industrial rates. Then there's another one called data center rates that's being developed. A lot of communities have done this. There's much going into it, because this is all so new, John.
Yeah.
This is just new stuff. You know, a few years ago, we never heard of data centers.
Yeah.
So
And there's
I'm just
small,
pointing
medium, and
out.
large. So when people say, I've heard a lot of folks approach me on the pro side, which is fine. I love pro and con discussions. On the pro side, they say, well, it's going to bring in jobs. Small, medium, or large. Because if it's small, directly from the development, this guy that I was talking about that's developed hundreds of data centers all over the country, if it's the small ones, he said generally maybe 40 to 50. How about medium? Maybe 100. How about large? Well, that could be a couple thousand. How large of a data center is that in terms of acreage?
Huge.
Thousands of acres. Oh, great. So that, I don't think we're on the radar for the large. I don't think we're on the radar for any right now. But I need to shut up.
I don't know. Maybe they'll be in space before you know it, too, because that's the plan.
I think it's
you know?
important to say that we're not on the radar for any right now, because honestly, the public's so aware and I think concerned about this topic that I don't want people to think that because we're just having this general open discussion that it's a actual immediate thing. It's not.
We've had no requests.
We've had no requests, and I think that's very important. You know, because you can have a discussion and everybody share information, and that's great, but I don't want anybody to be concerned.
I don't either. That's why I wanted to bring it
I'm
up,
glad
because there's so
Derek
many
said that.
questions out there.
Right,
I
exactly.
can't go out without being asked, you know, what are you
Yeah,
guys doing about
The
that?
economic development gentleman that I spoke with said they're not interested in our grid, they want our gas. And that's why Ohio is so attractive, because we are so, but that scares me more than, we can make power, we can't make gas. So.
That's why nuclear's on the radar,
Yes.
you know?
They'll be in space, once they launch these things into space, solar's gonna be the answer, because then if they're in space, the sun's always out in space. You eliminate the need for batteries, you don't have to retain any of that power, and that really brings the price down, so
Yeah.
it's.
Nothing that can be solved immediately. It takes time to
Certainly
figure
interesting
things out,
topic.
and learn it all, so.
Yeah.
And it's changing daily, I mean, we're growing so rapidly that
Uh-huh,
it just changes on a daily basis.
you know that, in your job.
Interesting comments.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to bring out.
I really don't have anything much else to add, other than Flair on the Square was very enjoyable. was enjoyable.
Enjoyable.
Anyway, that's all I have to add. With that, I will take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Deborah,
Yes.
Annette,
Yes,
Karen,
Yes.
and Jeremy.
Yes.
thank you.